Welcome to another video where today I'm going to try and get my 1999 Mercedes Vito running. Now, if you saw the last video, this thing has been off the road, well, it's had since the second to last MOT, which was 15 years ago, it's done 7 miles. On the outside, it's surprisingly solid. I still, to this point, haven't had this van up in the air, so I don't know what it's like underneath. But today, we're going to try and make it run. Now, you can see we have actually had the air pipe off, trying to get it running on easy start, and it wasn't having it. So today, I think what I'm probably going to do is change out that fuel filter. Let's get a bit of light on so you can actually see what we're doing. I'm going to swap out the fuel filter, and I have bought some actual diesel with me, because I was probably going to drain the tank. I might try, I don't know if these have a lift pump. I might see if it's got a lift pump in the tank. We'll know that by putting the ignition on. If I put the ignition on, it should run. If it doesn't, I'm going to try and suck through that pipe there, which should be the feed from the tank. And we're going to drain everything we'll literally empty the tank. And then we'll put 5 litres of fresh diesel in and see if she starts. Now, I will need to do a proper service on this because that oil, it's dripped. It's not quite as thick as I thought, but it is pretty nasty. It was a bit colder yesterday and we had nothing dripping. It was just, yeah, it's very, very thick. Let's have a poke around. So again, the good thing I like with these is you've got oil filters there, it's all accessible. Air filters in the corner, they're a bit awkward at times, but it won't be too bad. Yeah, everything you need is all accessible. Screen wash, the level is there, and I really don't want to smell what's in there. I don't know if you must have, if you're a driver or a frequent passenger, you must have smelt the smell of screen wash that's been sat there just a bit too long. It's grim. So that's probably going to be just as bad. Yeah, let's bite the bullet. Let's just do it. I have bought a whole service kit. So we've got those drop links are from Mercedes, but not for this one. So I've got a full set of filters, some oil. I've even splashed out for a sump plug. So let's try and pull this out one-handed. Sharp. There we go. Right, got a little pot. Let's see what this stuff is like. Dun dun dun. Okay, it's very yellow. Doesn't smell too bad, to be honest. No, that smells of varnish. Definitely smells of varnish. Interesting, these don't have a water trap on the bottom of them. Okay, so I am definitely going to drain the tank then. So the thing I like with paper filters is that you can literally pull them apart and see what's inside, see if there's any rust inside. I don't know if this thing has a metal tank or a plastic one. But I don't know if you can see in the camera, if you look down in that hole there, it looks pretty shiny, pretty clean. So a lot of the bits on there have come off the top of the filter. So apart from the fact it smells like varnish, I think we're all right. So I'm going to now get my sucky pump. Let me put the filters now there. Yeah. I've got a little vacuum pump, and let's see how much diesel we can get out of this thing. Right, so we've determined that this left hose is the one coming from the tank. We've tried sucking fuel through and nothing comes through. We've tried blowing an airline through and we can't hear any air at the tank. So my guess is the sender unit's got to come out. From what I understand, these don't have a lift pump in the tank. So yeah, sender unit's probably blocked. Hopefully we don't have black sludge. We probably will have because of the age, but I've had black sludge in a van before and it was a hell of a job to get rid of it. So we'll come to that when we look underneath, next video. So I'm gonna put the fuel filter in. I might fill it up with, what have we got? We've got some cat clean, that works on diesels. So I'll put some of that in just so that we've got something fresh in the filter. Might help it to run for a bit. And yeah, obviously we've got easy start. So that's got to go in there. Yeah, filling it up with, I think we'll fill up through the middle. Or through that one there. It's not going to be fun. So I'm going to do that off camera because I'm going to make a mess. And then this can go there. I've left the tank feed off because we cannot seem to unblock that. I'll have to deal with that when the van's up in the air. So we've got this other fuel hose going into my jerry can of diesel. I've also filled the filter up with some cat clean, and over here we have some portable electricity just to give it an extra push. And now we're going to hopefully fill the workshop up with smoke. Ooh, some of your hammers annoy. Right. Not happy. Fancy giving us a squirt of happy gas? It's not cranking over as fast as I'd like. So maybe next job might be check the battery earth. We're happy gas now. No, I think check the battery strap, the earth strap. Come back to you in a moment. Right, we found down here, there's a join for the two power leads that come from the battery. They were dirty. Taking the pipe off, so Tommy's now going to squirt straight down its neck. Let's see if this turns over a bit quicker. Ready? Possibly slightly better. Oh, she's trying. She's trying. That lead's not as hot as it was. All right, one more time. Next thing I think might be start a motor off and give that a clean up. Oh, she's trying hard. We've resorted to desperate measures. Box of electricity is flat. Right, let's try again. Oh, that's better. Alright, Tommy's gonna give it a sniff. Come on, baby. As soon as it gets a sniff of fuel, it sort of chokes up, which is not too sure about. Should have gone by now. One more time. Okay, see what we can do. Right, Tommy and I have had a bit of a brainstorm. We think it's still not turning over fast enough because as soon as you put the easy start in, it seems to choke. So I think the idea is to get it up in the air, pull the starter motor off, bench test it, see if the starter motor is any good, possibly clean it up, try and get a spin over a little bit faster. So I've got to put the van up in the air. Now that's actually going to be the next video, so I'm going to be chopping between two videos here, which is new for me. So if you want to see how bad it gets, check out my next video. Hang on to this one and I'll pull the starter motor off. Right, starter motor's off, been off. Bench tested, all good. The lead onto the starter motor looked a bit naff, so I've cleaned that up. This is definitely the last attempt today before I pack up and go home. Let's see if there's anything there. Jump pack's been charged up as well, so cranking over better. Still locking up with the easy start. Oh, that tried then. Still locking up a bit with the happy gas though. We did have a thought earlier that one of the pulleys might be a bit seized, which will obviously slow down the starter. But I'm gonna try one more time with the happy gas. Yeah. Oh, she's trying. Oh, she's trying, mate. Right, one more, then I'll come back to it Monday. Oh, mate. Okay, I'll come back to it Monday. Right, new day. I've done a bit of research over the weekend actually, and slow starter motors are a common problem with these. So I'm going to give this one more go. I've charged up the jump pack over the weekend. I'll give her quite a lot of squirt of easy start. And just see if she does the same sort of thing. I might chuck 80 quid on a starter motor and just see. See if that makes any difference. Let's turn that so you can see. Right. Same thing. So I think what's happening is the way Easy Start works, it's basically fuel. So squirt it in, and on compression it combusts and gives the engine a bit of a kickstart. And normally they go off clattering like, well, actually, to be honest, first time you use it, it's pretty scary. You think the engine's going to self-combust. I think it's just going to disintegrate. So yeah, basically you're replacing the fuel, and the fact that you can hear when it picks up the fuel, but it then just turns over really slowly. I think it's I think the engine is turning over too slow to compress the fuel. Need about 200 RPM. I don't think, I'm not sure if I know with some cars the rev counter goes to 200 RPM when you crank. Yeah, this doesn't go to anything. So I think I've got an adapter for the diagnostic port on this, so I might plug it in and just see what engine speed it's reading on cranking over, but I think I'm just going to get a starter for it. So let me get a starter and we'll see if she turns over any quicker.